Hi everybody, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and I'm back with a video today of sort of clean and simple cards. So I'm hoping, it kind of gives you some inspiration. Before we get into that, I just wanted to quickly show you something. Do you remember when I used these huge sort of number dies that I have a few weeks ago? I think we made a card with them. Well, I do have the alphabet as well, which is, honestly, it's absolutely huge. It's the same size as the numbers, but I want to show you this because I got this the other day and you can see the size of this. It is huge, and it's a banner die. You get 3 dies, but it fits it's for the alphabet and the numbers. I have it here, so it does fit through a regular BIGSHOT, but you'll have to put it in and move it a little bit and run it through twice because it doesn't quite catch all of the end. But this thing is huge and you can just make any kind of banners you want, so I really wanted to share that with you. But that's the alphabet there, but equally the numbers as well. But I love this. This is gorgeous. So I wanted to just show you that. So first one we're going to do, really simple. I've got I think this is 4 1/4 by 5 7/8. So I've got the card, some mirror card, and then a white piece of card. This is what we're going to work on. So I've got a scrap piece of paper here because I was just testing this stamp. You can see it there. It's got all like jingle bells, all Christmassy little words on. So what I'm going to do is I've got the stamp and I've got some smoky slate ink, but you can use any colour you want. And I'm going to ink this stamp up. But I'm going to stamp it off first because I don't want it like, full strength. So I've stamped it off and then I'm going to stamp it on the card. So I'm just going to kind of go for the middle, I think. There we go. I just wanted like a light sort of effect, and then I've got some little star dies here. Of course you can use whatever you've got, and I've got a couple of sizes and I'm basically gonna sort of randomly cut just 3 out. So I might have one there, one there, and then I might just cut that one out there again. Done that, and then the mirror card will go behind it just like that. Okay. But what I've done as well is the same stars, I've sort of cut them out from silver glitter card, and what I'm going to do is, so the big one here, the 2 smaller ones, I've sort of cut 2 out so it gives us a sort of border star. Like that. That one I'm just going to have plain, and then, or what I might do is actually glue that one back in the middle like that, and then some littler ones I've cut which are just going to sort of randomly go on there. Now what else I've done is these tiny little stars I've got here. I used this die here just to use the little stars. I do have some of them as well on my website, but anyway, I'm gonna just glue these on. I'll probably speed this up and I'll be back when it's done. So I hope this gives you a bit of inspiration. I think that is so pretty. So we'll move on to another one. Alright, so the next one, I want to show you one that I made the other day. I think this is just so simple but lovely. We're going to do something sort of similar with a similar kind of thing. So I've got another card, again it's 4 1/4 by 5 7/8, and I'm going to use this same die here, and this time I just cut it out 3 times because it just cuts into the card and the only bits that come out are the little stars. So I think this time I'm just going to have one running down the middle. Okay. Lovely little die. I've got a bit of silver mirror card which I'm just going to put behind there just to give it some, you know, a nice bit of sort of shine. I'm just going to trim this off because it's a little bit too long. As I said, that is going to go behind there. So I'll just glue this on. I'm going to round 2 of the corners. Just like that. So it's similar, but we haven't cut as many of the die out. So this time I'm using them same stars again. I've cut a large one in silver mirror card, white, and then I'm going to add a little bit of red. So this time I've got 3 stars. That's going to sit up there like that. I've got some of this silver string. So I'm going to glue these on first. So that will probably go somewhere there. I've already done another sentiment, which is from this stamp I use quite a lot. I still have these on my website as well. And I did Magical Wishes, which I heat embossed. That will probably go under there. So what I'm going to do is get a foam pad and just pop that there. Now before I do that, I'm going to get this card front stuck down. Again, I'm going to use foam pads. Got that. So then take the little star and I just take the pad off, and then I just kind of use this to position my thread. Again, I'm just gonna have that wrapped like that. It's dead easy. And then I'm gonna trim that off. You see that? And then that will go just here. That is so nice. And then the little sentiment, magical wishes. There we go. There's two sort of different versions. They are beautiful. So we've got these up to now. Let's move on to another one. Okay, so we have another one. I'll show you what I've done. I've got a 5x5 card base. I've cut a top piece which is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. I've got this lovely little sort of border piece which is going to go on here. It's from this die. You actually get these two in a set, which I'll put the link for them. So that's going to go on there like that. So we'll work with this bit first. So I'm going to glue this on. There we go. So we've got that. Then what I've done is I've cut a circle and I've cut another circle out of it. So we have this. I've took a piece of acetate here and I've just cut round it because it's quite thick, just so I know it's going to go just behind here. Okay, and then what I've done is I found a little snowflake that is going to get stuck on the acetate, so it sort of looks like it's floating. And we're going to have this here with some of the twine down. But before I do that, I want to stamp my sentiment on there, so I'm just going to sort of get an idea of where I want it. Okay, so I probably want the sentiment somewhere there. Okay, so we've got that. So I'm going to put some glue around here and glue this piece of acetate onto the back of the circle. And then if there's any hanging over, just trim it off. Okay, and then I'm going to just put some tiny little bits of glue on the snowflake. And then I think what I'll do is I'll get some foam tape, probably just cut a few pieces off, sort of try and maneuver it around. So I've got a bit of thread, so I'll peel the backing off. And then I'm just going to have, right, just attach this to here. Like so. And then we'll have that about there. And we can just stick that down there. Just use a bit of sellotape really. You're not going to see it anyway, so and then I've tied a little bow from the same twine, and I might just pop that just on there, and you can just use a little glue dot of some sort just to glue that on. There we go, that is absolutely beautiful. It looks sort of really elegant and expensive looking, and really it's not. I mean, that wasn't even acetate, I'm telling a lie. It's packaging from an old die, like a die that I had. That's all that is. So try that, that is beautiful. That might be my favourite up to now. So let's move on to another one. Okay, so we've got another one. This is really simple. So I've got a 5x5 card, 4 3/4 square piece of card, and I've got some tumbled glass, and all I'm going to do, I just want to kind of create like a bit of colour in the middle, sort of in like a circle type of thing. And then what I've done is I've cut a snowflake, and that is basically just going to sit in the middle. Now that is so simple, but it's so pretty. And I think this will do. Okay. And then again, I'm going to round 2 of the corners. Like so. And then I'm just going to pop some glue on the snowflake. There we go, another beautiful but so easy and simple. That is gorgeous. So let's move on to another. Okay, I'm back with another one. Now this is a 5x7 card. So I've got the card, and then I've got a 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 piece of card here. So what I've done is I've cut 2 of these wreaths from this die here. So I'm kind of gonna have it off to the right because I'm gonna have some ribbon. So I'm gonna have the gold first, then I'm gonna layer some of the white over the top, just like that. So I think I'm gonna have it about here. Let me see. No, I think I could probably move it in the middle, really. Yeah, I can. So this bit here, I've got a circle die which is roughly sort of the same size as the hole. So I'm going to cut that out of there. All I'm going to do, I haven't even got a pencil actually, so I just kind of aim this circle for the middle, really. So something like that. So I'm going to cut this out. And hopefully that won't be too bad. Yeah, that's okay. What is that on the card? Oh, there. And then we will pop this up on some foam, just like this. So it you can see it's kind of like really sort of looking 3-dimensional, really. And then what I could do is put the circle back in, and that is what I'm going to stamp a sentiment on. Or you could just sort of have it like that, and have your sentiments somewhere else, because it gives the illusion that you've got the hole in the middle of the actual wreath. So I'm going to stamp "'Tis the Season" just sort of in the middle. So I will glue these on. Now I don't want it completely flat, so I'm not going to put glue, you know, sort of on every little piece. That's so pretty. Then that will go, I will get that lined up right, and that will go under there. But first I'm going to attach the ribbon. Now there's a bit excess here, so what I might do is just trim this off with my scissors so it looks a little bit more even, that's all. There we go, that is so simple but so pretty. And I may just pop some more little dewdrops again. There we go, there is another simple but beautiful one. So we've got that one. So I'm actually thinking that I would have liked that to be a bit more high so that you could actually see what I was trying to do, because I think now it just kind of looks like I've stamped underneath it, which wasn't what I wanted to achieve, but never mind. I hope you get what I was trying to do, that would be further down. But I think it looked quite nice with just the hole in the middle as well, but never mind. Let's move on to another one. Okay, so I really wasn't happy with this. I want to show you what I've done. I decided to change it and I made it a completely sort of, well, what would you call it, a real wreath where it actually has a hole in the middle, and I think that is pretty cool. So if you want to try that, I basically just took the card base and cut the hole through it. The die went through both layers of the card together, and then I just cut a hole out of my inside panel, and I think that is pretty cool. So, well, let's move on to another one. Okay, we have another one, really simple. I've got another 5x7 card base, and I've took 2 stars. I've got a smaller piece which would be 6 7/8 by 4 7/8, I think. And I'm going to take the larger star and I'm going to cut it out of here so it's sort of on an angle. That will go like that, and then I've took a smaller star and I've cut this out from silver glitter card, and that is just going to sit on there like that. Now this bit here, if I just hold that there, I can snip this bit off. So it will be just something like that, but obviously we're going to prop it all up. So I'm going to stamp a sentiment first, which is a Merry Christmas to you and your family. I think that's going to go here. Hopefully I can cover that over with something. That doesn't look too bad now, does it? There we go. There is another really pretty one. Really simple. So let's move on to another. Okay, we have another really simple one. I've got a card base here, and what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to round 2 corners. So that will be like that. Now I've got a circle here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a star out of the circle. Okay. And then I've got some paper here, but obviously it's too big, so I may just trim this down because we're only going to sort of see this bit here. So if you get what I mean, we're only going to see some of the paper through. So I'm going to glue that on there. And then I will put couple of foam pads on the back. Just like that. I've got some more sort of twine thread stuff, but I've got red this time. And that will just end up sitting on here. And we're going to have the thread over. So I've got another little sentiment stamp. I'm going to use the Magical Wishes again, and I'm just going to stamp that along the bottom. I think I'm just going to use the grey ink again. There we go. So let's move on to another one. Okay, we have another really simple. This is going to be a little 4x4 card. So all I'm going to do is take some more of this silver twine stuff. And I'm going to stick a bit on the back. And then I'm just going to start wrapping it around the card. I want quite a few layers. And then what I'm going to do is, when I go to cut it, so I've cut it there, I've got a little star that I cut out from silver glitter card, and I'm going to slot that on there like so. And then I'm going to tape this on. Now, what you can also do is just get a little glue dot or something and just pop one. That's not tight, is it? On left? No, it hasn't stuck properly. There we go. And then we'll get just a glue dot. And then I've got a little stamp which is "'Tis the Season." I'm going to use the grey ink again. And I'm just going to stamp it there. That literally is it. I've got some more little enamel dots, but I might actually try blue. Just a so simple, incredibly simple, but it's so pretty. And I think as well you could mass produce these. These may even be good for, I don't know, maybe teenagers to send to the friends, stuff like that. So I think this was 8. I've got 10. I've got 2 more, but I'm going to show you them because I've already made them. but it hopefully give you some inspiration. So this was that same die again, but this time I put some little poinsettia flowers on, some more of the twine, used the die down there. And then this one was this die that I have as well, you see this all over, a lovely tassel, and I just put joy and then to the world. So let's get them back in. I will have them all on my blog anyway, so you can pop on and have a look. But I think it's hard to pick a favourite. Let me see, it's got to be this. I think this is my favourite. I love this. I love this too, and this. And this. But then I love this too. I love them all, actually, I really do. That's probably my least favourite, but I do still like it. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you look underneath the comments, the pinned comment, which is the first comment, I will put a link to my website there as well, because I know some people still struggle to click the see more or show more and look under the video, so I'm going to put it in a pinned comment, and you'll probably find most of the things I've used today on my website. So thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.